too much in the fact of dealing a whole bunch of damage. Sure, it's great, the 300% damage, but it's not really going to help you out that much. Where she might come into play, maybe, is her emblems. So hey, thanks so much for checking out the channel. If you're curious about any other hero in Empires and Puzzles, you can view my website at anchorgame.com. There you will find I've graded every single hero with a calibrated team of graders. This resource will always be free. Thinking about supporting the hero grades and the breakdown videos? You're welcome to donate. Otherwise, feel free to share this resource with a friend. I have my exclusive line group called Anchor Cove, where you gain access to myself and tons of other experienced players with on-demand information and resources. If that piques your interest, all that information is on the opening page of my website with a short video. Let me dive into today's hero breakdown. Hey, thanks so much for checking out the channel. Today we're going to be doing a brand new hero breakdown on Killhare, the seemingly sweet bunny who actually has no remorse for your friends and family and just wants to annihilate the whole town. She's got 741 on her attack, 756 on her defense, and 1382 on her health. Overall, statistically, I do like her attack power, definitely above average, and I'm also liking the defensive stats, also above average there too. She is running at average speed. She's also part of the Springvale heroes, which means that they get a bonus if you've got 2 or 3 heroes, 10% or 20% attack added in addition. As far as her hero specials, she does 300% damage to all enemies, and then all allies except the caster get minus 20% defense for 3 turns. This effect cannot be dispelled. This video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. It is a free massive turn-based dark fantasy RPG. To try this game out, all you gotta do, go to the video description, click on the special links. You'll receive 50 gems, 1 energy refill, 100,000 silver, and 1 free champion, Adjudicator. All your treasure is waiting for you right over here. So there is some very high positives to the fact that she's dealing a ton of damage to all enemies, but obviously the drawback there comes in at the fact that she's giving your whole team minus 20% defense. She is part of a fighter class, which is super relevant and super important to notate because she could seemingly die, she gets resurrected, and then just blasts your whole team and kills everybody, and leaving it so that she's at 1 life and your whole team is dead. So I do see that scenario has played out. It has been an effective strategy for myself because I do love this hero. So let's take a look at what she does. As far as a Titan grade goes, she is currently getting a C grade, mostly because she doesn't really do too much in the fact of dealing a whole bunch of damage. Sure, it's great, the 300% damage, but it's not really going to help you out that much. Where she might come into play, maybe, is her emblems. So you could definitely get her attack power up high enough to where that's utilized. But overall, probably not a hero that I'm putting in on a Titan unless I have a ton of emblems and I'm relying on her for the high tile damage. But as far as her hero specials go, pretty awful, and that's why she does get a C grade against Titans, because she's not really going to help you out that much. She's going to do a lot more damage, especially if you're giving your heroes minus 20% defense, so not a good idea. On offense though, she's an absolute powerhouse. The reason why I absolutely love this hero is, sure, you can go ahead and just deal 300% damage at average speed to all enemies. That's going to be really useful. But you can pair her with a hero like Razul to change her side effects to where it doesn't impact your team at all. And even better, you can pair her with a hero like Jean-Francois, which turns and flips the minus 20% defense and actually turns it into a plus. So myself personally, I'm using her and Jean-Francois quite a bit offensively, because I just have Jean-Francois go off, and then I have her go off, and then magically she deals 300% damage to all enemies, as well as also giving all of my heroes 46% defense increase, which that's super cool. There's lots of different ways that you can get around her to where it doesn't impact your defense. Another good thing is that you can pair her with a hero that gives you defensive up, so you're not really worried about losing out on your defense, but it is a strategy you do have to plan for. But overall, she's absolutely amazing. You can pair her with Panther, and you definitely pretty much just kill 3 heroes with Panther going off first, and then her at 300% damage to all enemies. Really effective. I love this hero on offense. That's why she does get an A+. As far as her defensive strategy goes, she does get an A as a tank. Reason being is no matter what, you're going to be in a situation to where 300% damage to all your enemies is going to be an effective strategy. I do like her as a tank. She does have decent enough stats to where you could potentially flex her in. Being in purples, definitely effective strategy. We saw how much of a pain Ursenia was running at a tank, very similar hero special, but she just flat out deals with 300% damage. I'm not too thrilled though, because the minus 20% defense is something that your offensive opponents can plan to, so they can make it so that the defense goes down and then they can kill the other heroes. So probably not my first choice to put her on as a tank, but she is definitely serviceable there. Now she just gets better from there in terms of her flank and her wing grade. She does have A+ in both. Reason being is her flanking with Killhare is going to be absolutely amazing. To where she goes off, she's going to hit a whole bunch of enemies, you can recover, and then in the wing she's absolutely a monster, because you can also put potentially Jean-Francois on defense and take advantage of that defense buff increase. And then, like I stated in the very beginning part of this video, that you could potentially have it to where she dies, but she doesn't really die because she revives with her being a fighter and then just blasts the whole enemy defense. So I do really like her on defense, and that's why she has an overall A+ grade on defense. When we look at her weekly grades, she does get an A+ on rush attack, mostly because you're just dealing a ton of damage, very fast speed, you're going to kill the whole team really quickly. And plus, if you have access to purple, there's a lot of other heroes that you can use in conjunction with her, such as Tiburtus, especially the costume Tiburtus does really well, or Panther. So you do have the defensive down strategy that you can lay down, and then into Killhare, definitely a sizable creature to go ahead and smash your enemies. When we look at her buff attack, she's got an A grade there, mostly because, again, she's dealing a lot of damage. There is some merit there. I don't really like, obviously, the minus defense down, but you can plan around that. There is some planning that you can do. So she does still get an A grade, mostly because of her damage. When we look at Bloody Battle, obviously she's a powerhouse because she just kills your enemies at fast speed, or at average speed. Makes it so the 300% damage to all enemies is very relevant. So she does get an overall grade of an A+. I absolutely love this hero personally, and a ton of other players really enjoy what she does. And it's a very predictable amount of damage, and it definitely is devastating when she does go off. Her positive effects definitely outweigh the negatives, and not to mention her negatives can actually turn into a positive. So an amazing hero, just got to strategize with her a little bit. So I appreciate you checking out this video, checking out the content. Go ahead, continue, stroll along, look at some other hero breakdowns. Make sure you like, subscribe to the channel if you aren't already, and I'll see you on the next video.